Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Innovating People with Vijay Adwani. And today we are going to learn about how to apply a drop-down list and a dependent drop-down list to a criteria. Well, before we proceed ahead, I would request you to please subscribe to the channel if at all you have not yet subscribed it. Hit the bell icon, click the like button and also share this video so that the information or the knowledge can be shared with many people. Well, I would also like to tell you that I have made certain videos for which the links I will be mentioning in the description column below. Well, let's move ahead and understand what is a drop-down list, what is a dependent drop-down list. So herein we can see that we have a table, and the table has a header for common man, cricketers, and actors. And below this header, we can see certain names. Like for actors, we can see the names of different Bollywood actors, that's Amitabh, Shah Rukh, Amir, Salman, Deepika, Kriti. And in the same manner, we can see the names of cricketers below the cricketer header, and we can see the names of certain persons below the common man header. Now, how to apply a drop-down list? That's the question. So to apply a drop-down list, what you need to do is let me try to explain you in a different manner and in an easy manner. Let me just mention drop-down list over here. And the second topic, we can get it explained simultaneously and can mention dependent drop-down list. Okay, that looks good. Now, if I want to apply a drop-down list, so on what data I want to need to apply the drop-down list? That's the question. Let's say the data is this: common man, cricketers, and actors. This is my data. And if I get an arrow over here so that I can choose either common man, either cricketers or actors. So that's how the drop-down list can solve the purpose. Now, how to do that? In that case, I will select this header, common man, cricketers, and actors. I am just selecting the header. I am not selecting the names below the header. I have just selected the header. This is the name box. And here in the name box, I will mention it, or let me say, I can name it as a category. And click on enter. So I have clicked on enter. Now I will go to the drop down list. Below the drop down list, I have selected a blank cell. And now I will go to the data tab. Under the data tab in menu, I have the data validation option. In data validation option, click on data validation. And then a dialog box will appear. Herein, just select list. And now we need to enter the source. Now what is the source? So the source here is the header which we named it as category. So just mention equal to category and click on OK. And now you can see you have a drop down arrow which was earlier not present. So just click on this arrow and you can see that you have the drop down list for common man, you have the drop down list for cricketers, you have the drop down list for actors. So all those three options which we selected over here in the header are now appearing in the drop down list. So this is called as a drop down list and application of a drop down list. But then what is a dependent drop down list? So herein we can see we just have the headers mentioned over here, but we don't have the names which are mentioned below the headers. Like below the actors, below the actor header, we have different names for the actors. But is it present in the dependent drop down list? Or is it present in the drop down list? No, we only have the header. We don't have the names. So to get these names, we apply the dependent drop down list formula. Now, how to do that? So that all these dependents come over here, and once we select the header, then the names of all the now once we select the actor, so the names of all the actors should appear over here. Can we do that? Let's try it out. So how to do that? What we will do is that we will select all the names below the header. Earlier we have selected the header. Now we will select all the names below the header and we'll go to the name box and we'll name it. Just what's the header's name for these names? Common man. So we will just name this as common man and click on enter. Now we will select all the cricketers' name over here and we'll just go to the name box and we'll write the header name, cricketers. Click on enter. Remember, it is important to click on enter. If you don't click on enter, it is not going to work. Now, go to all the actors' name, select it, go to the name box and write it actors and click on enter. That's it. Now, go to the dependent drop-down list, go to a blank cell and go to the data menu in the menu bar, go to data validation, click on data validation once again. Under allow, click on list and in the source. Now what we will write it in the source over here. For the drop-down list, we wrote it as category, but herein we need to apply a formula. We will write equal to, let me zoom a bit so that it's quite visible to you. If not, I will mention it again. We will write the formula equal to indirect bracket and the dependent drop-down list is dependent on what? It is dependent on the drop-down. So all the actors' name are dependent on the header actors. Okay. And where is it? It's mentioned over here in cell B14. So this is what we have selected it. B14. Let's close it and then click on OK. And we have got an arrow over here, a drop-down arrow. Let's see what's mentioned over there. You see, all the names of the actors are present over here. We have selected actors and we have got all the names of actors. Let's change the drop-down list. Do we get something else? Let's go to cricketers. Let's go to dependent drop-down list. Well, all the names of cricketers are also there. That's great. Let's go again. Let's select the common man. Oops, all the names of common man are also there. That's great and that's amazing. So this is how we get different details for drop-down list and dependent drop-down list. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, just click on the like button, share it with your friends, share it with your colleagues, and please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel if at all you have not yet subscribed it. Thank you very much and have a great day.